Hey guys, hey, it's Bob. That's George in the background over there.
Hey guys.
We got an interesting problem. George just brought the bike in. Let me switch around here. It's a 250, KTM 250, 2018. And it's kind of got a unique problem. Well, it won't run. That's the kind of a unique problem. But the big thing is, we were testing it out last night. We're going to show you this in just a second. But it's actually got spark. If you kick, it has a Kickstarter on it. It actually has good spark when you kickstart it. When you try to kickstart it, it still won't run, but it's got good spark when you kickstart it. But when you try to use the e-start, it turns over fine, but there's no spark, or it's an intermittent spark just once in a blue moon. All right, guys, we're back. We're getting ready to test the ignition. George is going to spin the engine over with the Kickstarter. All right, so we're going to be watching the plug here and see what happens. You can see we're getting a nice spark. All right, we're getting a really nice spark on kickstart. Now he's just going to spin the engine over with the electric start. Once in a while we'll get a little spark. Another test you can do is to put a spark plug back in there, keep the other one hooked up, just to check and see. On the old days, when we had kind of weak sparks, the compression from the engine would actually kill the spark, but it was a real weak spark. So he's going to kick it again now. Yeah, we're getting spark. Yep. All right, we're getting a nice strong spark. Same as before. Look at that, George.
Glad we did that test.
Okay, so George is going to, he put the tank back on, hooked up the fuel injection line and stuff, and now he's going to just crank it over. Hopefully it'll start, because if you got compression, you got spark, and we think we have gas, it should start, right? Hey guys, I'm coming back to the back again. We're trying something different now. We're trying to get our fuel pressure tester working, and somebody robbed some of the parts out of it as usual. What we're going to do now, George is putting the plug back in, and we've taken the gas tank off of one of my bikes. So we're going to check fuel pressure using that and see if it'll start. We know it's got fire now. We know it's got compression. So that's the old rule, is if it's got compression, fuel, and this thing has a really weird plug, spark plug too. We don't have any of them in stock. Most of these two-stroke engines take like a BR70S or BR80S or something like that, generally, but this has got a super weird plug. But we're starting to see that more and more from manufacturers, where they've got some kind of proprietary plug. He's hooking up the, I have to put some grease on that thing.
Oh yeah.
So anyway, he's trying to get the connection together, but it's not working. Oh. Did you get it? Okay, so what we're doing, we're hooking up the tank from my bike, and just hooking up the electronic part of it right now. Okay guys, let's get back again. So we got my tank on it, got the plug back in it. All we're doing now is just test and make sure the fuel pump isn't the problem in the other fuel tank. George is going to try, he's going to hit the e-starter right now, and we're going to see what happens. Whoa! That's what I'm talking about. say we had the air filter out of it, just make sure there wasn't any rag in there or anything, and he's going to hit the heat start again. Once again, they said it couldn't be fixed, and we fixed it. So there you go. Okay, guys, we're wrapping up this 250 XCF two-stroke. W.
W, yeah.
It's a wide ratio guy.
Yep.
Well, anyway, we're wrapping this up. We have installed the new fuel pump in it. I want to show you the old fuel pump. George will pull it out here. This is the old fuel pump, but this is what we found when we went in there, was this line here. And you can see it's very flexible, and it was all kinked up, and I don't even know what that is, but it was actually kinked, and it was kind of like that right there.
Exactly.
Okay, and it slipped in on and off the pump. The pump may actually be okay. Okay, here's your pump, and what happened to the filter that was on here?
It's gone.
It had a different filter on it. It had the wrong filter on it, but anyway. So it had been worked on before and another filter put on it, but it wasn't quite right, we don't think. All right, guys, that's it for today. I think the next thing you'll see as a video is probably us out actually riding this thing. Make sure it's going to ride and run for a longer period of time than just a few minutes, but it does smoke up the place in here. So, all right, well, that's it for now, and maybe we'll do another video here when we get it running. Thanks for looking. All right, guys, we got the bike put back together. We just started it up. This is a TDI induction system, which makes anyway, it's DI induction system, which makes mixes gas in the port system, so in the ports rather than in the throttle body. CPI, throttle port induction. There, I got it. But anyway, because of that, you got to let them warm up